I'm Jesus, and you're watching Knogginator, aka the best Forza YouTuber you've ever watched. Subscribe to Knogginator. Don't let me down, fam.
What's going on, guys? The Formula 1 season is upon us for 2019. A lot of new changes, a lot of drivers and new faces and all that. And we got Vietnam on the calendar now. And I am here. Sir Knogginator is back for your Formula 1 predictions, right? So I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. Let's start off with Constructors, since that kind of breaks down the Drivers' Championship. So in last place, I believe, is going to be Williams. Williams in FP1 of Australia. We're 5 seconds behind. I'm recording this after FP2 because it's 3 in the morning when FP2 ended. So yes, so they were 5 seconds behind. It's not looking so hot. Williams are not looking so good, and they kind of have 2 rookies. It could be Tez not a rookie, but kind of is. With the whole, these cars are completely different than when he raced. So yeah, George Russell's a good driver, but he's gonna have to try to do it with Williams. Okay, next up is going to be in 9th place, I believe, Toro Rosso. I'm not a huge fan of them this year. I like the team, but I just don't think that they are gonna be putting in a lot of points finishes. We'll have to see. They have their strong parts of the car and stuff. They're basically at the same back end and kind of the same aerodynamics. Like, they're a sleeper team. They could be best of the rest, but I just don't see it happening. Daniel Kvyat, I think, is an okay driver. He surely looked good in FP1, but that doesn't mean much. And they have Alexander Albon, so they have 2 new drivers there as well, just like Williams. So those 2 teams had big changes, and I just don't see much coming out of Toro Rosso. But once again, they are that sleeper team. They have the possibility. So next up, number 8 is going to be McLaren. Now, McLaren have some hope, but I don't know. I just don't like it this year. I don't think that Renault engine is very good, and they've kind of been a lower down team, and they don't have Fernando Alonso to get them some points anymore. So Carlos Sainz is okay. He really didn't beat out Hulkenberg a whole lot. And Lando Norris, I'm subscribed to him on YouTube. I keep up with him, but he's a rookie. So yeah, McLaren finishing 8th. In 6th place, this one is kind of interesting, but I think Racing Point finishes in 6th place. They're going to start off the season slow because of their whole administration thing, but they will build up. They will get times where they are challenging for podiums, especially with Sergio Perez. But I think in the long-term scheme of things, I see him getting 6th. I don't think Lance Stroll is that great of a driver, but who knows? And Perez is going to get you that podium possibly, as long as the car is okay. Usually happens in Baku. So Racing Point, 6th place. Number 5, halfway through here, we are going to get the Rich Energy blah, 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 blah Haas. The Haas. That was a disastrous joke, but I think they finished 5th. They have the same driver lineup. Their car looks fine. Not much to say. 5th place. Number 4, this is my wild card. I think Alfa Romeo, not Sauber, Alfa Romeo go and be 4th place. Kimi Räikkönen is gonna get them a lot of good points. Giovinazzi, not so much. But who knows? Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Still think they should have kept Marcus Ericsson, but whatever. Number 3, that was number 5. I skipped. Number 4 is going to be Renault. I think Renault finished 4th. Daniel Ricciardo is a pretty good driver. Hulkenberg is a pretty good driver. They got a good driver lineup, and they're probably the closest and going to lead the best of the rest pack. All right, number 3, Red Bull Racing. Red Bull Racing, pretty good. They got the Honda engine this year. I think they can compete for the Constructors' Championship. This is going to be very close to the top. So I think Max Verstappen's capable. Pierre Gasly is capable. So 3rd place for the Red Bull Racing. Number 2 is going to be Ferrari. I think I just like the driver lineup better for Mercedes. Leclerc is the second kind of guy. I don't know what they're going to end up doing. And who knows? At the end of the year, Vettel seems to always disintegrate. And I think Bottas has a big bounce back year. So that is Mercedes number 1. All right, let's get into the Drivers' Championship. So this is kind of going to reflect how we just did our constructors, except some drivers are better than others, obviously. So finishing 20th in the season, I'm so sorry, but it's going to be our rookie George Russell. Rookie, terrible car, yes. Number 19, Robert Kubica. He barely finishes above Russell because he's just a little bit better than Russell. I think he's got more experience, although who knows? Like I said, they're kind of both rookies at this point. Number 18 is going to be our other rookie. As you can see, the rookies are at the bottom of the list here. We're going to have Lando Norris. Like I mentioned, I don't think McLaren's that good. I do think Lando's a good driver, but he's not going to be able to score a whole lot of points. So, 18th. Yes, 18th. You're probably wondering, where's the Toro Rosso? That's where number 17 comes in. Alexander Albon is my number 17 driver. That's where I have him. That's why I like him there. And yeah, rookie once again, Toro Rosso, okay. So next one is going to be Antonio Giovinazzi. He finishes 16th for me. I do think the Alfa Romeo is a good car. I don't think he's a good driver. Hate to say it. Number 2019, 18, 17, 16. Number 15, Lance Stroll, under his rich daddy Lawrence Stroll. I think Lance Stroll finishes in 15th because I see the Racing Point car being a little bit lower this year, but you never know. I just don't think Lance Stroll is that amazing of a driver. Number 14, Lando Norris's teammate, I think is better at this point in time, Carlos Sainz. Same situation with the McLaren I was speaking upon earlier. Number 13, Daniel Kvyat. I think Daniel Kvyat is a good driver, and he spent some time with the Ferrari development time, and I have him ahead of Albon here. So yeah, 13, I like him there. Number 12 is going to be Sergio Perez. I have him over Lance Stroll, as you can tell. I do like Perez. He is a good driver. He does it every year, so good on him. Number 11 to finish off the back half is going to be Kevin Magnussen. Okay, you get who I'm trying to say. I can't say that all of a sudden. Magnussen, yes, he's gonna finish 11th for me, just ahead of his teammate, or behind his teammate at number 10, Romain Grosjean. I think they always both finish close to each other, and they're both pretty good, and I think the car's okay. So 10th and 11 is where I have them. Number 9 is going to be Nikolai Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg is lower than his teammate, as you can see on this list, and I stand by that. I don't think Hülkenberg is that amazing of a driver. I think Ricciardo will get a podium this year, but Hülkenberg won't. So that's why I have Hülkenberg there. Number 8 is going to be Kimi Räikkönen. He is a good driver at he always is consistent, which is what I like about Kimi, and that's why he's here. Meanwhile, you see Giovinazzi is way far down the list at 16, and he's at 8. That's the difference. I mean, Räikkönen's an amazing driver, so that's why I like him there at 8. Number 7, as we get into the top here, I got Pierre Gasly finishing in 7th. He's on a good car, but I don't think he's ready, and even at the first practices, you can tell he's not there yet, but he will be, just not right now. Number 6 is going to be Daniel Ricciardo, and I think the Renault is capable of getting a couple podiums, and I think Ricciardo is going to be able to get a couple podiums, maybe even in Australia right here. Now we get into the top 5. Number 5, Charles Leclerc. He's got a good Ferrari behind him. He's a good driver. He's just not challenging right now. Number 4, Valtteri Bottas. I do think he has a bounce back year, but it's still a situation where the a Honda of Red Bull is good enough, and I just like Bottas at 4th. Now, number 3, your bronze medal finisher is going to be Max Verstappen. He was really good at the end of the year. Once again, I think Verstappen is going to be in the title race, but he's obviously going to not be ahead of the top 2. And number 2, here we have it, your follower number 2 is going to be Lewis Hamilton. This is the year for Sebastian Vettel. I think the Ferrari is better this year, but Lewis Hamilton always does it, but not this year. It's Vettel's year. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. See you guys next time. Make sure you go through really quick. Okay.